at Harry's Legends of Aviation Awards. If you've been sleeping under a rock, you may not know about his amazing award that he got from John Travolta, but he managed to accept the award over the weekend and then insult John Travolta across all of social media. So let's take a look at it. We'll be right back. Welcome back. I'm Annabelle, tarot practitioner for over 35 years. This video, like I said earlier, we're going to take a look at Harry's Legends of Aviation Award, where he managed to accept it, pay for it, accept it, and then insult John Travolta. So very interesting. I just want to see how he feels, how John Travolta feels. Also, there was Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez there. Apparently there was some kind of beef. They didn't want Megan there. And of course, Megan wasn't a show because possibly one of the kids were sick. So interesting. So let's pull up the card view. And again, this is for entertainment purposes only. These are my own psychic downloads and opinions. You should always do your own research. And remember, you can always book your own magical reading with me at the link in the description below or on my website, fortunecookiestarot.com. So let's take a look. We're going to use the big blue deck today. I want you guys to see this nice and loud and clear. So let's start at the beginning. Why did Harry go in the back door? Everybody else went in the front door. There was some, facsimile of a red carpet kind of event. Why did he go in the back door? This was a protection thing. He absolutely was like, oh, I want to be there. I, don't want to create a ruckus. I don't want anyone to judge the way that I walk in. So, and I definitely need the protection because everyone's just going to be all over me. There's going to be paps clicking. I can't take it. So that was really the idea behind it, was just to keep him out of the line of fire. Let's see what was going on with some clarifier cards. So if we have that Temperance card, he wanted to play it cool. Wanted to be the cool guy coming in. So cool guy. He just wanted to get in there. The King of Swords in reverse and that Seven of Wands. I have a feeling maybe he was a little unsteady on his feet. Whether that was due to substances or just his disposition. I think he was a little unstable on his feet, and he was just like, no, I don't want to have to talk to anybody. I don't want to have to deal with anyone. So it was a slip in the back door. Death card is about transformation. Yeah, there was somebody he didn't want to see there. Somebody that was in charge that he didn't want to see there. We have that. And I'm wondering if this was possibly John Travolta, if he did not want to see John Travolta. Now, Megan and him had met up with John Travolta some time ago. Did they have a falling out with him? Let's see. Judgment. Page of Wands. There's nothing that they could do for each other. There was nothing that they could do for each other. That's why he didn't want to meet with him. It's time not well spent. So, sometimes people in their business, they get into this mindset of, if it's not generating money, if it's not generating some kind of income. I'm just going to walk from the situation. I'm not going to stay and play around with it. And I have a feeling that this was a directive that he was given. You know, we're not contracted to him. We don't have to do this. We can just go in there and do one and done. Like, this is, you know, we paid our price. We've gotten in the door. That Nine of Pentacles in the upright. Let's take a look at that. You guys know I love my kept lady with her hooded falcon. So what was the deal with that? Oh, this is an anxiety card. We got the anxiety card here. There's something, the unhappy home. He didn't want people to see him not walk in with Megan. That's what it is. He did not want people to know that she wasn't there. He didn't want the questions on that red carpet or red runway or whatever they had. That facsimile of a red carpet. He didn't want people asking, where's Megan? Where's Megan? Do they really do that though? Like, is that a thing? Is that a thing? So, all right. So question 1 about the entrance. I'm sorry, my throat is doing something weird. So I'll get tea after this one. So the next video, I won't be grumbly in my throat. So what was he thinking with that speech? What was he thinking? Insulting John Travolta. To be sure, he said, you've dined out on your dance with my mother. Like, what was he thinking? Why did he say that? So we've got our Queen of Pentacles in reverse. 3 of Cups upright. You guys know what that is. And then that Knight of Swords in reverse. Knight of Swords in reverse is running at the mouth. So Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, there is nothing left to this relationship with John Travolta. There's no money. There's no exchange here. There's no benefit. He's just going to walk on by. And we got that 10 of Cups there, which is the relationship's over. He thought he would kind of finish it off and have a couple of jabs and they'll still be friends. That's what he thought. You know, he's severing the professional relationship, but he thinks that they'll still be friends after it all. Like, you know, no big deal. Like, we can pick on each other. I think this is a holdover from when he was younger, and I think he used to insult people when he was in school, thinking he was being funny and he could get away with it. You know, like, you know, Jackie Mason. My parents were on a flight with Jackie Mason once, and they had a great, because my mom is a shiksa and my dad is Jewish. And so Jackie Mason had a great time with that. And he was like, you are a shiksa. And he pegged my dad. He was like, you are a manufacturer. My dad was like, yes. How did you know that? And so they had a great flight with him. He was really gracious. I mean, you know, obviously they were in first class. I think they were on the MGM flight. But this is years ago, of course. But you know, Jackie Mason could insult you all day long. Like, he calls my mother a shiksa. My mother is easy to offend, and he called her a shiksa, and she was like, "That's a delight," you know. She just thought it was great. So, you know, you can do that in some venues, in some circumstances, but you can't do it in all. You can't, you know, make fun of people like that. So, you know, you have to be really, really tight, and you have to be really cool with them in order to do that. So that's one. Like, he was just like, oh, the relationship's, you know, I don't have to really worry about it, but it's okay because we're going to be cool anyway. The 3 of Cups is sometimes indulging. Let's see if we've got more indulgence. Yeah. I think there was a little bit of yippee-ki-yay going on, maybe at home. Maybe he had a couple of tipples just to take the edge off before he had to leave. You know, protecting that. I think that's possibly why he came in that back door. Maybe the unsteady on his feet was a little bit of that, but this could also be an excess of joviality. So, you know, Larry David in his in his what was it, HBO show? Curb Your Enthusiasm was like, I was being affable. I was being affable. I think that is really what Harry's trying to do. And I think if you add a drink or two on top of that, your concept of affability maybe gets a little bit skewed and screwed. So whatever this was, the dial-up that he had going on was not really working. So here, the Knight of Swords. Let's split my deck again. I was shuffling that off camera. Please believe me. And we're going to see Knight of Swords upright. Oh, the sun. He was not thinking. Oh, he was really, really poor judgment with that judge, the justice in reverse. So it was poor judgment. This was a dumb move. Now, I know a lot of people are talking on the internet. Did Meghan write the speech? I'm apt to think she didn't, but we'll pull some cards on it. I think he wrote it. I think maybe he had a little bit of help, but he might have had a speech and he went off script, which he tends to do. Like genetic pain instead of generational pain. So who wrote the script? Was it Harry, Meghan, or both? Do 3 cards. 3 cards for this. All right. Did Harry write the book? The speech? Yes, he contributed. Did Meghan write it? No, she did not. Did they write it together? I think they worked on some of it together. I don't think she wrote it though. I'm going to stick with that. I don't think she wrote it. So was Harry insulted that he was seated at the back of the room? Was he insulted? We're not going to take those. Too many cards jumped out. Was he insulted that he was seated at the back of the room? I think he requested it. I think he asked to be seated privately in a more private capacity. I think he stressed that he was anxious and he wanted a private space. I don't think he realized that it wasn't going to be a private space up in the front of the room. I think they took his request to be off camera really to heart. He got what he wished for. He wanted that, but he was put into the back of the room. So it's like if you go into a restaurant with your mistress and you're like, I need a quiet table, and they seat you by the kitchen and the guys are bumping into you coming out of the kitchen. Well, you got what you wanted. Here, insulted, absolutely. He was made to feel like he wasn't part of the team, despite his mother. So the Queen of Pentacles in reverse is, you're not on the team. You're not one of us. You don't belong to the in crowd. The Empress card is probably him calling down Diana. Oh my God, I can't believe they did this. I'm Diana's son. He probably went in there like, guns blazes. And I think he was really negative about it with that King of Swords in reverse. The 7 of Cups in reverse. Oh, he is never going to work with them again. He walked out of there with the attitude, I'm never working with them again. This organization will never see me again. I will never help them out again. So is that a big deal? Like, are Legends of Aviation going to go on without him? Like 100%. He just refuses to work with them ever again. So too sad. Too sad for them. So is he confirmed in never working with them again? Yeah, this was dumb. No, because it's not like working with the patronages of his past. It's nothing like that. And that's what he's like. He's like, oh, this isn't like, it's so poorly run. Like he's got his panties in a bunch. So how does the organization Legends of Aviation feel about his departure? They don't care. I don't even need to pull another card, right? Like that's good. Like there, yeah. Okay, don't let the door hit you in the butt. So that's just what it is. So now, oh, John Travolta. Now I know lots of people have different opinions about John Travolta. Um, I still like him. I watched Welcome Back, Kotter. If you're really young and you don't know what Welcome Back, Kotter is, go find it. You can find clips on YouTube. Oh my god, he was adorable. Vinnie Barbarino. What? What? Oh, he was so cute. I loved Grease. You know, what woman my age did not love Grease? So, he is a legend in his own right. So, how did John Travolta feel about this comment? How did John Travolta feel about the comment? He also called him Captain, and it sounded kind of condescending. It's like, Captain John. Like, really? Who are you? All right. So if we do a timeline, John Travolta was like, hey, yeah, let's put this together. See if we can do something. This is a great way to get your name out there. And not working so well together. Does not play well with others. So this, I think he was in earnest when he put this together. If he was the catalyst for it, let's put it that way. I think he really did think this was going to be an opportunity to help another human being, someone who he knew his mother. This would be a fresh new start. Like maybe they could kind of launch Harry onto a platform where he could talk about flying and be part of that community, which like the flight community is kind of neat. Yeah, I got a new taste of it when my daughter was in Air Force ROTC, and just talking to her instructors, like they really are kind of the guys that fly are really kind of a different breed. They're not normal. They're not like us. Neat bunch of guys. And once upon a time, I did date a pilot, not a commercial pilot, but a small plane pilot. He was different. Let's put it that way. Not different in a good way. He's different. So I think this was an opportunity for him to kind of step into that different community, especially in California, because out west, I found that there was a lot more flying involved in my day-to-day life when I was out there, because you could take a flight from California, from LA to San Francisco, from LA to Lake Tahoe. Like you could take these smaller flights and smaller planes. It just seemed like it was a much more frequently used mode of transportation. I am having trouble talking today. So I think this was trying to welcome him into this community, let him get beyond all of the disappointments, trying to be a celebrity and kind of being a low key, even though it's high flying, low key kind of authority on something. I think it was an opportunity for him to do that. It now is just a disaster. Like he is not going to be able to be a part of this particular community. His shoe in the door was John Travolta. He totally criticized him. I don't think John Travolta was expecting that. I think he was embarrassed. We're going to pull some cards just to see how he is today, because this is really giving us a much higher level view of the organization with John Travolta as part of it, and what his intent was. I think, under the surface, the intent really was to give Harry a place, a home in the California community, in the Hollywood community, the celebrity community. So how is John Travolta feeling about everything today. Doesn't want to work with him anymore. He was really hurt. He was really hurt by that. It came out of left field and he did not expect it. So he was very, very hurt. So that's unfortunate. That friendship is now over. It's over. So I think that's where I'm going to leave this reading. Like I said, this week I'm trying to do really short readings for you guys and make them highly digestible. So let's get the card view down. Remove that or don't. It won't go away. I can't get rid of my card view. So there we go. Card view's gone. Sorry, that was a little dead air. I looked like a deer in the headlights. So I hope you enjoyed that. I didn't. It's kind of a bummer. I don't like to see people insulting other people like that. So really a shame. So again, please like, share, and subscribe. I will have more content for you all week. So I will see you around. Comment down below. Tell me what you thought of this horrid insult. Have a great day.